So hi guys, I'm gonna do a short unboxing and review comparison of something I found online. And I've been using the Logitech MX Master and it's been peeling off a lot because I had a year that I wasn't able to use it, but I don't know what happened. It had a lot of peel off. I'm gonna have a video on how to remedy that peel off, but today I ordered something similar, this one, because one of the things that I wanna talk about this year is there are a lot of copies of items that are premium. Like I did a review of the Delta Hub on my channel and its copy version, and this one is also a copy version of this one, but we'll see what kind of spin they did from the Logitech, right? So let me open up the box first. So there are a couple of lookalikes of this from Rapu and other manufacturers, but this one comes closer to what I think the color of the original is. So let's take a look on the packaging first, and then on the item itself. So I'm just gonna demolish this casing here, and we'll see. Okay. Okay, right out of the bat, as you can see here, the box is okay, but usually with the regular typography here, it indicates that it's not really branded type, but more of a, what they call this, trying to introduce their brand to be one of those popular brands. So there are no brands all around, if you can see, just the photo of the mouse itself. So I'm gonna test it out later on and see what happens in terms of performance. So let's do a comparison later. Again, I'm trying to fit it under 10 minutes. I don't want to waste your time too much. And as you can see, and you can hear, it's kind of shaking inside, so I'm not sure if this is well packaged enough and if it's still working later, but we'll see. And at the back, you'll see a couple of specifications here, right? And I got the 2.4 gigahertz Bluetooth gray version, which is similar to my old one, and it looks not as original now because I did have a solution for that problem with the peeling of most Logitech MX series. I have a couple and they all have the same problem, so probably that's by design, so that you'll purchase a new one every couple of years. But hey, we'll see. So there's a sticker here that I did not notice at first, so let's just cut that off. And yeah, so it's pretty tight box. It's not well packed inside, not so tightly packed, but there's a sort of foam. It includes a USB-C, right? Plug. Let me look at the quality of the plug that it comes with. Give me a second. Again, fat finger issues again. So, okay, there you go. So I kind of have a little bit of cough today. There are a couple of people who visited me last night who had some cough. So I'm experiencing a bit of a sniffle today. So yeah, USB-C quality, pretty standard, not as premium as you would like it, but it's good. And then you have the mouse itself, right? Let me put that aside. And then a Chinese manual. So it does have a foam, but it's pretty thin. Pretty thin. See, I would have loved it if they have made it all the way up top. And we have a manual. Okay, so USB-C, charging cable, couple of manuals. It does work for Mac, as you can see here, and works for Windows and Mac, so that's good. And the manual does have an English manual and an installation, sort of quick installation guide. Okay, so there's an optical sensor, a power switch, charging interface, rubber mat, USB receiver, a couple of DPI clicks, one click this desktop. So it's probably gonna be a software issue later on. I don't know if it has one like the Logitech versions, but basically it copied it in the way it functions, right? So let's see. So let me keep that one, put this back in. Okay, and then we'll see the mouse itself, right? So we'll see how it looks. All right, there you go. Okay, by the first feel, right? The weight is not as heavy, almost similar, but not as heavy. Shape, as you can see, that's a surprise. That's a 1-to-1. 1-to-1. Wow. Even the way that this area here kind of turns a little bit, it's 1-to-1, right? And it's just that this finish, I think it's better for Logitech to follow this one because it's kind of a plastic rather than a rubber here, which peels off. But yeah, so for ergonomics, definitely, because they're 1-to-1, this is gonna be great for ergonomics. And usually the scroll wheels here from the Logitech are metal ones. This one scrolls freely, like smooth. This one has a bit of a touch feel, like this one. Like you feel a kind of I can't explain how you can. It's like there's a ridge when you roll it, right? This one has it for the Logitech, but here on the side, there's a little smoothness, and you can change that. But this one, it follows the ridge style of this one, and by feel, since this is metal, by feel, they're kind of, yeah, I think it's aluminum, right? I think this one's aluminum, the copy. So on the side, as you can see, almost similar as well. On the side profile, it's basically 1-to-1. The only issue that I see here, not really an issue, but a kind of a difference, is this one, instead of this one is indented, right? And with the LED, the green charging LED here, and kind of indented or pushed in. This one is bumped up, right? This area here. And I don't know how it will function later on. And this one as well, the shape of this one is a little half circle and then flat on the middle. This one are all chiclets, or kind of a shape that's similar to each side. And then the buttons for the Logitech are hidden under the rubber here. Not this area here, but this area here on the bottom. This part here is a button. You can't see it on this preview, but this is a button here for the Logitech. But here the button has moved up top. I don't know how that will work later on, but let's move on this area. On the top, instead of just one button for the Logitech, it has two, right? So on the bottom area, pretty much 1-to-1 as well, except of course for the shape of the rubber thing here. On the Logitech, it's wider. This one is a little thinner, but this one is longer. This one is fatter. For the switches, this one is horizontal. The Logitech is vertical. The screws are pretty visible here. On the Logitech, it's not as much. And you can see that there's a brand that's not in the box, which is Filena brand, as you can see there, M10 model. So it's not on the box, but it's here. It's Filena M10. And then you have the laser. So this is where probably the main problem is going to be in. I know that I've tested the Logitech and it has really good tracker, so I'm not sure yet. And we also have the similar 1, 2, 3 here button, where you can use 3 devices for one mouse. So it's similar in a way, almost similar at the bottom. And the only thing is MX Master doesn't have a 2.4 gigahertz version or dongle, but this one has, and it's hidden underneath here. So you need to push this And when you open it up, the 2.4 gigahertz USB plug is in there. So that's one added thing for this copy. So basically, one-to-one in terms of shape. Just a few couple of buttons that has changed. And let me see, there's one, I think I saw on the photo here that there's a G sort of logo, and there's an RGB on the side. And we'll see if we turn it on and if we can see that. Right, so it's turned on now. There's no light so far. Probably you have to turn it on, so let me check the manual. But there's an RGB on the box here, right? Let me see if I can activate the RGB. We'll see if it's written anywhere. All right. It's not, as far as I can see here. And right, I don't see anything indicating for RGB. So yeah, I'll just take a look at it later, but the box tells me that there's some sort of RGB here, and then there's a glowing G here, but I'm not sure if I have that version. Okay, just to add, it does have RGB, right? I don't know how it's gonna affect the battery. It indicated it's 15 days even with the RGB on. So I just charge it for a while, and this RGB will appear only once it gets paired. So if it's not paired or not connecting, the RGB is not going to be lighted. But if it is paired or it's connected, then the RGB lighting will be on. So yeah, I'm holding this now, and I'm not using my microphone. So I also want to use this as a reference point of having a mic built in or having an external mic. Thanks again for watching. So yeah, in terms of the review, it's a one-to-one. It's quite affordable, probably about 1/4 the price of this one. But yeah, let's see the performance later on. I'm gonna review the performance after a couple of months that I'm using it. And yeah, watch out in my channel, subscribe, and I'll do have a couple more videos talking about this one. Thanks for watching.